Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Now, we've heard from Reverend Pinckney, and as I pointed out in that interview, there's now a very disturbing pattern emerging of civil rights, human rights violations, constitutional right violations between Pinckney in Benton Harbor, Michigan, and our next guest, that is to say, Randy Credico, candidate for mayor of New York, governor of New York, senator, I think previously. He's run for virtually every principal office in the state. He is now facing a court date where the threat is 5 to 25 years, based once again on this ridiculous repeat offender business, which simply means if you have some minor civil disobedience conviction or even a frame-up, that they can then railroad you to jail for these draconian sentences. So this has got to be fought. So we're moving. Once we have two cases, it's a pattern. One you can quibble with, but not two. And here's the second. So, Randy, welcome.
Hey, how you doing? I'm not facing 5 to 25. I think the Reverend is. I'm facing up to 5.
Up to 5.
5 years. Yes.
Well, that's still way too much.
Well, of course. I was just videotaping the police up when I was running for governor. I was up doing a interview. I was on my way up to Westchester with the respected Westchester Journal reporter. And, I get off the subway up there, very far end, and I noticed something going on. 3 guys dressed without badges hassling some, 80-year-old black man, forlorn-looking black man who had gone from one train car to another train car, as it turns out, because it was too hot, So that was his offense. So he had 3 guys on my videotape. I started taking pictures of it. Wasn't for sure they were police. And these guys started videotaping me. And we had some words. They were videotaping me, which I'm not supposed to do because I wasn't the subject of an investigation. I was just, freely videotaping, which I do all the time. I take pictures all the time of the police in New York City. I wish I could get judges who are abusers as well, as in this case of the Reverend. But the next thing you know, I'm arrested. Spent 24 hours in a Bronx, a real sordid, rancid, medieval kind of, worse than the Bastille. At least the Bastille, you're in there for letters of cachet, so, it's a myth that conditions were that bad, So this was really nasty. It was feces on the ground, the roaches. And, I'm in a room with 30 people. It was really, and there were 6 cells across from each other, 3 on either side. And you got correctional officers who are telling me, please, when you get out of here, talk about what we're going through. I mean, they're being paid to be in jail as well. So I'm facing now, what they did was, since it was raining that day, I had an umbrella. They charged me with 3 counts of menacing the police, threatening their lives with an umbrella. As trigger-happy as the NYPD's reputation is, that's something I would never do. I mean, not even the Penguin would do something like that, who toted an umbrella, would, flail at a policeman with a NYPD cop with an umbrella. So they got me on that, obstruction of government administration, and, of course, our old-time cherry on the top favorite, which is resisting arrest, as if I was running for something. You know what I mean? So I got 5 counts, and these are felonies, a couple of misdemeanors and felonies. So I was in court the other day. Our first appearance, my attorney, who very, very famous, this guy, Marty Stoller, he's defended a lot of Occupy Wall Street, all of them, the majority of Occupy. He got me off a couple of times on those arrests where I was just picked off the street for no cause. And he put in a brief, and he put in some motions. And so what the prosecution did was they got rid of that complaint by the first officer who put this 10-page complaint together and substituted it with a new one by another officer. And that superseded the first one, and that's the more current charge. And I really think they're trying to save face on this one. They don't know what to do. It's a political hot potato to be going after a guy running for governor, put him through these conditions, and to overcharge the person. Now, I had videotaped and taken pictures, but, and I haven't had that phone in, I would say, since that date. I still don't have it. Well, the judge took a look at it and found no video on it. So it's been ordered back to me, but the police still haven't returned it. That's where we are right now. They're playing hanky-panky with my phone. Obviously, something's been deleted there because I was doing it for about 5 minutes. Anyway, the cop came right up to my face and destroyed my hands, my right thumb, semi-paralyzed for a while with horrible cramps. In fact, when we got to the station where they dropped us off at the very end up in the Bronx, the supervisor up there says to the arresting officer, "Why are his cuffs on so tight? Loosen them up right now." You know?
Okay. Randy, let me ask you now, to get it straight, what's coming up is the trial on these charges?
Well, it's coming up to 23rd. We'll see if we're trying to get it dismissed, and they have.
But again, the date, Randy, the date is the 23rd of what?
3rd of January.
January 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay. January 23rd, and this is a trial in what? New York State Supreme Court? What do they call it?
Yes, they call it Supreme Court, which is really municipal court anywhere else. That is in the Bronx. Supreme Court in the Bronx. On January 23rd. Have your listeners stay apprised of that.
We will.
It's always nice to have people in the courtroom.
Absolutely. We're going to do that. Here's my other question, though. As I understand it, there's already a court order that it is legal for anybody to film a police officer carrying out their duties, that what you're accused of is not a crime.
I was not accused of that. They found a pretext to arrest me. That's it. So they can find pretext. People get arrested all the time. The cops have throwaway guns when they shoot somebody. Why wouldn't they come up? Why wouldn't they perjure themselves on something like this? They can get away with it. The guy did this. The guy did that. There's no video. There's no video camera inside that substation, that subway station. There's no video camera. So the guy took video of me, but he says he doesn't have any video. So there's no video to substantiate what I saw, what I witnessed, and they can say, well, he never videotaped, so we didn't arrest him for videotape. And it's all garbage, and I'm going to continue to videotape the police. They don't like it, but everybody should.
Okay.
It's really nice if we can go into the courtrooms and videotape the courtroom proceedings by
Absolutely. Randy, our music is telling us our time is up. We want to hear from you again frequently in the run-up to this January 23rd, and good luck organizing in the meantime.
Thanks a lot.
See you soon, and we'll be back in a second on World Crisis Radio. Come back to